All right, what is going on? Just got off work. This guy had a tub of Legos. He said he put it on his scale. It was 30 plus pounds. And they wanted $175. I can't pay that. But I threw him an offer. I said $100 and I can pick it up tomorrow after work. And he said, absolutely, come pick it up. So we're trying to find the place right now. These neighborhoods here, like the roads like weave a lot. And then there's like, it's crazy. It's hard to explain. But we'll find it and we'll get it back to the game room, hopefully. All right, I figure I'll show this to you now. I got this big box of Legos. Came with the ideas book. That's great. But man, we can see we got some Batman stuff in there. We got some Lego creator stuff. Looks like there might be some Marvel stuff, which is really good. Some of it's in bags, but we won't know until we absolutely get in there and check it out. Excited to get a box of Legos, man. I haven't gotten a big box of Legos in a while. What is going on, guys? Welcome to this episode of the Pickups. Wearing the red shirt today in honor of Joe Morgan. Joe Morgan passed away long time, Cincinnati Red. He's there for 8 years, 2 MVPs, 2 World Series. Went to the Hall of Fame in 1990, which was a special year for Reds fans because our team won the World Series that year as well. So it was cool to win the World Series and have a guy go into the Hall of Fame. I didn't remember Joe Morgan as a player, although he was a great player. I remembered him with John Miller doing Sunday Night Baseball, when Sunday Night Baseball was actually special and meant something, and it was usually like the big game of the week. It was equivalent sort of to Monday Night Football, and so yeah, Joe, you will definitely be missed, my brother. Reds Nation morning. Okay, Tyler hooked us up with this. Is a little Nintendo 64 controller. I think it was a keychain that broke off, but still something. Something cool for the game room, a little bit of swag, never hurt nobody. We went out game hunting, didn't really find a whole lot. I picked up this bag of, now there is like 2 Lego pieces in here. Paid $18.99, and you're like, Chris, why would you buy that? Well, because inside this bag, it's funny, somebody put blonde hair on Vince Carter. There are 3 Lego NBA figures. And Lego only made these sets for a couple years, and they made, alternate jerseys and stuff like that. But those figures go for anywhere between like $15 and $30, sometimes $40 a pop. We don't have anything too crazy in here. There's a Vince Carter, a Dirk Nowitzki, and a Gary Payton. They're very cool. Now, if you notice, these are actual Lego figures, but they gave them like longer arms, and the gimmick is they've got springs in their legs so they can shoot a basketball. They made little basketballs and little basketball sets. So that's the only reason I paid up for that, is so I could get these minifigures and then resell them. We stopped at a Volunteers of America, and again, everything was like really high priced, but they had this Lego set for $4.99. It's Lego City Set 60086. Looks like there's some kind of fire rescue pontoon. It looks like it might all be in there. We'll use that for an episode of toys, Legos, and collectibles. On my way home today from work to pick up those Legos, I know there's a pawn shop right around the corner, so I stopped, and Big Mike gave us a nice hookup. I said, hey Mike, how much are these PS3 games? He said, you tell me what you want to pay for them. I said, don't do that. Don't say that to me. He goes, for you get to name your price. So I got 8 games. I took them up there and he charged me $1 a piece. So we picked up Red Faction, Tom Clancy, Splinter Cell, Blacklist, Skyrim, The Last of Us. God, what a great game. Mortal Kombat DC Universe, Dark Souls 2. And then our money games here, I guess, Red Dead Redemption. That might still be a $10 game. And Resident Evil 6 Anthology. This one is complete. It comes with, you know, like a little pamphlet and then something else, another insert or something like that. But yeah, about 15 to 20 on that one. So very cool. Thanks, Big Mike, for the hookup. So Sunday, Tyler and I drove down to Grove City, and he does the vape thing. So he went into the vape shop to get his Kranos or Crotchnos or whatever it is that he's smoking. And I walked into Video Games Express, and as soon as I walked in the door, you know, I could hear the guy that works there, the guy that owns it. He's telling this guy, yeah, we don't want any of that. It doesn't sell. It just sits on the shelf, da-da-da. And as soon as I heard that, I kind of looked over, and I was like, do you mind if I take a look? And he had a couple dance mats and this little basket. So the guy that works there is like, no, go ahead. We've already passed on it. So we walk over there, and I'm looking in here, and I'm like, I pull out these 2 copies of Wii Play, and I'm like, okay, no game. Open up that one. There's a copy of Wii Sports. Sealed copy of Game Party. 2 Rock Band dongles. I'm like, hey man, you want $10 for everything? He's like, yeah, sure, no problem. So I gave the guy $10, and you know, he left. And then the guy that worked there was like, is there anything good in there? I'm like, yeah, these 2 dongles and a copy of Wii Sports. He's like, oh, if I'd have known that was in there, I would have bought it. And I'm thinking like, well, maybe you should have looked, right? That looks like there's a couple dud titles in there. Rock Band 2, World War II Aces, NCAA football. You know, you guys can see it right there. Nothing too crazy, but you know, for $10, we're gonna get our money back, twice that on the Wii Sports. And now I'm really on the hunt for, you know, rare and uncommon N64 games. And I asked him, I said, you got any rare and uncommon N64 games like Go Emon's Great Adventure, Stunt Racer 64? He's like, no, I think the rarest game I got in there is that Banjo-Tooie, which I looked in there and they had it priced at $40. But lo and behold, I see Hercules, The Legendary Journey for $7.99 with a Blockbuster sticker on. This game's like a $20, $25 game, you know? So I was like, sure, for $8. I don't have that in the collection. And I found another copy that he had for $14.99. I said, we got $7.99 on that one and $15 on this one. What do you want to do? He's like, well, I can do 12. I'm like, nah, it's okay. He's like, I'll do 10. I'm like, sure, I'll take it for 10. So we got 2 copies of Hercules. One of them will go in the collection, probably the Blockbuster one, and then we'll try and sell the other one for $25, and it'll pay for this one, and we'll get that one for free. So the last pickups that we got this week are all original Xbox games. I don't really do original Xbox, but I stopped into my Goodwill, and they're starting to price games at like $5. And I don't know, maybe it's the psychology of it, but if some of those games were $4.99, like Metal Arms, Glitch in the System, they had that one complete, I don't want to pay $5 for it. But I would probably pay $4. You know what I mean? So I don't know. They're like under new management. They're not putting anything out. All the racks are empty. And I'm like, why are all your clothing racks? I've never seen that in 2 years. They're always stuffed to the gill with clothes. Well, they want us to let these rotate through before we put some, like, so your color rotation is 4 colors. So it's going to sit here for a month before you put new stuff. Like, I don't know what they're doing. But I did pick up 3 games. We picked up Star Wars Battlefront. These are all missing the manual, and they'll need to be resurfaced. But, you know, Battlefront, we got Battlefront 2. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to lot those together and try and sell them for like $25. And then this will be kind of our profit. But we got Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 2. Again, $5. The disc wasn't too bad, but again, missing the manual. It's so rare that they put out anything. So when they put out like halfway decent titles, I feel like I should probably pick them up. But I was out in Johnstown, and they have sort of an antique shop, and I saw a Nintendo Power Pad like in the box, and they wanted $65 for it. I'm like, I don't want to pay $60. But I asked, you know, you always got to ask. I said, you got any more Nintendo stuff floating around? He's like, yeah, he's got a bunch of it in his booth over there. So we kind of like went around the thing. It's one of those things where it's like 2 shops, but they built a walkway in between them because they bought both shops. So he takes me over there, and they had a PS2 for $120, a Nintendo 64 without the expansion pack for $80. So I'm like, okay, well, this is how this is gonna go. You guys saw the clip there. We found a couple Xbox original games. These were $2. So how they price them, I don't know. But we got Silent Scope Complete, and that one is complete for $2. Unfortunately, somebody put the GameStop sticker on the back of there. But, you know, like a $10 or $15 game. Not paying the bills there, but a little bread and butter. And then we picked up Fatal Frame Crimson Butterfly Director's Cut. So Fatal Frame 2 is a Blockbuster rental game. But it is complete, and we got that for $2. So that's pretty exciting. That's about a $40 game, so not bad. Guys, that is going to do it. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, share on social media machines. Bang that notification bell so you can stay up to date on all of your CM Retro gaming goodness. And as always, we will see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves.